enforcement are still trying to find the people responsible for stealing some priceless royal jewels from the Louvre Museum in Paris, worth over $100 million. So I want to bring in former jewel thief Larry Lawton, who is suspicious this was an inside job. For background, Larry, you spent time in jail for being a convicted jewel thief. Give us your background. What did you do?
You know, I'm known as the biggest jewel robber in the United States. I robbed between 15 and 18 million. I went away for over 12 years, and now I actually help police agencies, and I'm recognized on the floor of the United States Congress for.
Well, welcome on into another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show, and today we're discussing the heist, the jewel heist, of the royal heist that happened just the other day. And for some reason, I believe that this is an inside job. That's just what I've been thinking, but surveillance at an all-time high, right? People have Ring cameras, cell phones, satellites in the air, cameras on buildings, cameras everywhere. No cameras happen to be operating at that time. I don't get that part. But let's further explain. This is the Louvre, right? I don't know how you enunciate the word. Louvre in Paris or something like that, France. It was a heist. They stole royal jewelry. Some people say they're robbing the robbers, but let's digest this one, or let's dissect this one, as I should say. This is another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it.
Helping people. So I do know a lot about jewelry robberies.
I bet you do. So we're over 48 hours from this heist. What do you think the thieves are doing right now? Are they cutting the stuff up? Are they waiting for an insurance reward to get it returned? What's going on in the mind of a thief?
Well, there's three things that can happen now. Obviously, everybody knows you can break the diamonds up, sell them, whatever number they're off, 4,000, I'm hearing, the gold, melt it down. That's one way. Another way is an eccentric, kind of a billionaire who wanted a piece, and he told people to do what he's going to do. But the third one is if they take the jewelry. I personally would take this jewelry. If there's four guys, I'd give two pieces to each guy. I would say put one away, maybe break one up to get money. You do need money. They're not robbing because they're rich. So now what I would do then is have one piece for a bargaining chip in case they get caught. Because what do you think the Louvre wants? They don't care about.
The Louvre wants its possessions back, of course. So they're willing to bargain and come to some form of formal agreement to get those things back. But I heard that, or it's stated that the crown was too heavy. They left the crown there, or not there purposefully, but on their grand escape, they left the crown. The crown ended up falling on the floor, right? So they leave that behind. As you guys can see, this is this piece currently right here. That's a heavy crown, right? The crown was too heavy, obviously, but they have jewelry worth millions. It's actually priceless at this point. It's actually priced as millions, probably even billions of dollars, right? So what do you think that they're going to do? Put a one in the chat if you think that they're going to, like you say, break it down. Put a 2 in the chat if you believe they're going to sell it wholesale. Put a 3 in the chat if they're going to offer it back to the Louvre for a price. So they're selling something that they stole for a price. Let me know what you guys think. Let's continue.
These people, they want the crown jewels back or whatever they can get back. So that's one thing. I think it's an amateur job or inside job, and here's why. It would have to have, somebody has to know what's going on in the place, unless somebody, here's my theory. See how it plays out. Somebody knows somebody in the Louvre, whether it's a wife, a girlfriend, she might be a tour guide, and bedroom talk, she says, hey, listen, wow, you should see, but they got nothing here. How did these robbers know that there was an electronic device that can stop or shock you when you pull a jewelry off of a felt or something of like that nature? Plus, there was so many mistakes made. So The inside job is getting deeper and deeper, me, because how did they know what window? How did they know the windows weren't special glass you couldn't cut with a regular tool that you could buy in a hardware store? So,
and they happen to use a scaffold. So they posed as construction workers, which to me, construction workers, when you from the outside looking in, is a grand idea. You know, not supporting robbery or anything else, but let's jump outside of the judgment zone. Put yourself in their shoe. Put yourself in their shoe, right? Jump out of the judgment zone. What would you possibly think? You know, what would you possibly think?